It has been the most amazing 2 weeks with the chemical weapons attack in Damascus. A series of events rolled out that the United States came very, very close to starting and engaging a new war in the Middle East to deter and to degrade Assad's chemical weapons program. Fortunately, the President honored my call and the call of many of my colleagues to bring this issue to Congress before he launched an attack. That gave some time. And then, perhaps because of a conversation that he had with Putin at the G20 conference, or maybe just happenstance, a series of events began Monday, just 5 days ago, that has now put us in a position where we're way, way beyond deterring and degrading the nuclear weapons. We've got the chemical weapons, we've got a shot, a very good chance of removing all of the chemical weapons from Syria. It is there. Russia has staked their reputation on this. An agreement was put together today, Saturday, and we're moving very aggressively. We can, in the next year, get all of these chemical weapons into the hands of an international body with Russia and the United States working together and the United Nations, and then set about destroying these chemical weapons. 1,000 tons of very dangerous weapons. We never, a week ago, imagined that we could take that step, but because we were slow to war and fast to negotiations, fast to diplomacy, we are in a situation now that was more than anybody thought possible. Because of the President's taking the issue to Congress, those of us that were opposed to the launching of the cruise missiles, that is the bombing of Syria, which we believe would set off a whole series of events that could lead to further United States involvement in a war in the Middle East, we opposed that. I strongly opposed it, and fortunately we now have this situation where we can get all of the chemical weapons. Not easy, it's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of pressure by the United States and Russia on the Assad regime.
Well, I think it's very good news as to what's happening right now in regard to Syria. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm very, very hopeful that we're going to be able to avoid any type of military confrontation with the Syrian government, and I am very hopeful that the intervention at this stage will stop any further use of chemical weapons by the Assad regime. It's absolutely horrific. It's tragic. It should never happen. We should never use those types of weapons of mass destruction. And as a world, everybody in the world needs to speak out against that. But I believe a military strike against Syria at this time is not the right way to go. And so I'm hopeful that this work that we're doing with the Russians will prevail. We'll be able to get a hold of those chemical weapons, get them out of the Assad quiver, and be able to secure those in a way that they don't fall into the wrong hands.